listening to Black Cat Football and Greater Time Media. Let's take it to the booth.
You're listening to Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Park, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays. You're listening to Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Park, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
You're listening to Black Cat Football and Greer Time Media. Let's take it to the booth with your host, Freddie Greer Sr.
I want to thank you all out there for listening today. As you heard, we're having a JV football game brought to you by Greer Media Time. Game will be brought to you by Freddie Greer and Jeremy Sunday. Freddie, once again, this week went by fast, and we're back to Thursday night football.
Yeah, it went by real fast.
I want to just, everybody please stop and take a minute this evening and think about our neighbors to the south. Some counties down there has received anywhere from 37 to 40 inches of rain in the last 24 hours, and as of about an hour ago, it was still raining hard down there. The tropical storm was just circling over the Houston, South Texas area, and a lot of people's already been displaced out of their homes. And, of course, we're here to watch football, but we have many down there that they don't know where they're going to be at tonight.
Yeah, that's sad.
We had our first game that we were supposed to start at 5 here was Coldspring Oakhurst was coming up here, which they're down about 15 minutes south of Huntsville, and they weren't able to make the trip up due to the weather. So that game was canceled, and at 6 o'clock we're going to bring you the Mexia JV team against the Buffalo Bison. Buffalo makes a short trip over here. We got another small school wanting to come play the Blackcats, and we'll see what the outcome is tonight. We do have blue skies, pretty weather, wind blowing a little bit here. Perfect football weather for us tonight.
Are we expecting any rain?
Well, each day our rain has decreased in our precipitation chances over the week. So earlier in the week, it looked like we were finally going to get the rain we needed around here. And as the weeks went on, other places are receiving way too much, and we're not getting any up here, Freddie.
Yeah, we can use it. We really need it.
We were out in the country today and went out to see a member of ours, and we rode around on his mule, and it was so dry. I mean, it was dust everywhere, just unbelievably dry. We do need a good rain. We don't need 37 or 40 inches, but we could use 3 or 4 good inches on a long rainfall one evening. But as we get set here to bring you some Black Cat JV football, we do have some injuries tonight to tell you about. Starting quarterback Andrew Sunday's out with a wrist injury. He was practicing this past week and running a little scout team and jammed his right wrist, so they're going to put him out for tonight, hopefully to get him ready to come back for district. How's Freddie's ankle this week?
He's doing good. We came into the trainer and then they worked it out. Got a call earlier today that he wasn't going to suit out today. He'll be suiting out tomorrow.
Well, that's always good when we're able to move our youngsters up on the varsity level and get a little playing time. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to play tomorrow night, but it's not looking really, really good right now down south.
We bring umbrellas is all I can say. Yes.
They have already closed many schools for the rest of the week down there.
Oh, man.
So this tropical storm come out of nowhere and has wreaked a lot of havoc in South Texas.
So have you heard have you heard anything on Buffalo? How they doing in football?
Well, I've been doing some reading over the last few years. Of course, I was in March 2A and Buffalo's 3A. But I had noticed over the last few years Buffalo was building a heck of a program over there. They had been going to the playoffs the last 2 or 3 years. And looking at this group of boys, that's a pretty good-sized group of boys down there. There's not a lot of them, but there's a lot to each of them boys down there. That's not a little skinny team down there by any means.
No, it's not.
They have some good-sized boys, and it looks like they're down there ready to give the Blackcats all they want tonight.
So what are they shooting? Is the freshman shooting out with JV tonight?
No. Well, I take that back. I think some of the freshmen might have, because that looks like a pretty good group over there. A lot larger than they normally are for the Blackcats. But for a program like Mexia, that really hurts when you're not able to play your freshmen against other freshman teams. However, we can't help the weather.
No, we can't.
Good Lord is blasting Houston down there for some reason, and all we can do is just pray for them and ask for help for those down there in need.
Yeah.
As Mexia lines up here, we have 3 team captains. It'll be number 42, 22, and 30 for Mexia. And for Buffalo, we're going to have 3, 64, and 11. Since it's JV, Freddie, we're not going to have programs to tell us the kids' numbers because they change each week sometimes.
Yeah.
So please, you out there, just if you know your grandson's number, you know your child's number, just bear with us because we do not have a program to know everybody's number and name. But we're here to bring an exciting game, hopefully. I want to thank our sponsors. We're getting quite a few sponsors coming our way, and that's from y'all out there listening and from just word of mouth from people around the area. Just glad that we're back doing Black Cat football. But we have Mookie's Barbecue out of Coolidge. If you hadn't eaten there, you need to go try it. It's really good. We try to go out there about once every 2 weeks. Myself and some of my reps from Woodman Life, and leading into that, Woodman Life is your financial advising from here forward here in the Tri-County area. Myself as the manager, I'm always looking to hire new reps, and I have 3 new reps working under me now here in the Mexia area. So if you're looking for a job or you're just looking to find out what Woodman does, give me a shout. Then we have Greer Mobile Detail. You need your vehicle washed, need it detailed, holler at Rod and he'll get you taken care of. We have Joe Fridays is a sponsor for us. He's out there on Highway 14. on the corner going toward like 171 Highway 14. We have Napa Auto Parts there on Main Street, Mexia. And we have Greer Media Time, which is bringing the game to you. Those are all sponsors of our Black Cat football for our JV and varsity teams. We're missing Wallace tonight, but Freddie, really on these games, it's mostly going to be you and I calling these JV games. And the flip has happened. Buffalo will be receiving the ball as Mexia will be kicking off this first half and receiving the ball in the second half. Freddie, as I look over at them numbers, it does look like they went ahead and suited the freshmen up with the JV this evening.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Quite a group of guys out there.
But you couldn't ask for better football weather this evening in Mexia, Texas.
It's not hot like it usually be.
No, we have cooled off. In fact, when I walked up, I was like, what are you doing? We finally get some cool weather, and you got us inside. Inside. But I understand with all our equipment, with the chance of rain, we don't want to get stuck out there. But I was hoping for a whole lot cooler convenient situation tonight, and we're up here in Black Cat booth out on the visitor sideline getting ready to kick off as Mexia will be kicking from right to left to start the game out with. We'll have 10 minutes in the first quarter, and your Black Cats as of right now will be on defense to start with. We talking about the defense, last week we had a rough one in Malakoff. The first couple of games we had did a really good job of gang tackling, but last week we had a rough week, Freddie. But the best thing about football is you get to bounce back and have a new week.
Oh, yeah.
So as Mexia gets ready to kick off, we got the whistle. Mexia is kicking off right to left, and here we go, starting the game. Buffalo receives it and muffs the kick, and it is recovered on the Buffalo 30-yard line, and that's where Buffalo will take over 1st and 10 on their first series of the game. Freddie, have you heard anything about this Buffalo team?
No, I haven't heard nothing. That's why I was asking earlier.
I don't know if you've been over to the new stadium that they built here 3 or 4, 5 years ago, but it's really nice over there. But, of course, they're playing here at Black Cat Field and got the big red M outlined in black. Once again, this field is just sharp looking with the Mexia Blackcats in the end zones. But Buffalo will come up on the ball, and they're going to have twins to the top, a single wide receiver down bottom with a quarterback and a running back in the backfield. They have motioned out to trips to the top. Number 4 will be the quarterback for Buffalo. As they get ready to snap back. He's going to hand off to the running back up the middle, and he's going to be he fumbles and the ball's on the ground. Let's see who's going to come up with that. Mexia is saying the ball is theirs. Let's see what the Zebras are going to say. And they're pointing toward Black Cat way, so Mexia on the first play comes up with a fumble, and they're going to start out the ball on the 28-yard line of the Bison. Big play to start the game out, Freddie.
Yes, sir.
Now the Bison will be on defense as Mexia comes out on the field. They're huddled up, trying to figure out what they're going to do on offense. I believe number 7 is going to start as quarterback for the Blackcats. No, we have number 2 is the quarterback starting with twins to the top. We're going to hand off to the running back up the middle, and he's reached out and grabbed, and it looks like he's going to be knocked back for a couple of yards on the first play of the game. As the Blackcats lose 2 yards and to bring up 2nd and 12 for the Blackcats as they start their first drive in Buffalo Bison territory. Mexia comes back to the line. They're going to have twins to the top, 1 to the bottom. They have an up back, and they have a running back in the backfield beside number 2. We got a man in motion. Bad snap. We're going to throw it across the middle, and a man's tipped up and almost intercepted by the Bison. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 12. Or, no, that's going to be 3rd and 12 now for the Mexia Blackcat JV football team. Well, let's see if we can't dial something up to get 12 yards and keep the drive going here, Freddie. Who's Groesbeck playing this week, Freddie?
I'm not for sure. I think it's May Pearl. Let me double check.
Man,
Make
you're from
sure.
Groesbeck and you don't even know who your goats are playing?
Oh, man,
You're a true Blackcats, all I can tell you. As the Blackcats come to the line, we got Twins down to the left. We got motion in the backfield, hand off to the running back, and they're going to hit him about 2 yards deep. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and 14 for the Blackcats.
Groesbeck is playing Eustis Bulldogs.
Maypearl to Eustis.
Maypearl to Eustis.
Well, they did get a win under their belt last weekend.
Yeah, that was a nice comeback.
Nice comeback.
Nice comeback. It ain't nothing like being a goat.
Marlin must have run out of players in the 4th quarter.
They had to.
Playing 7 on 11, huh?
They had to.
As Mexia comes to the line, looks like we're just going to punt. Or we got Twins to the right. Drop back. He's just going to throw it deep downfield, and we don't have a wide receiver looking.
Oh,
but there's an
intercepted.
interception. Number 34 is going to intercept it on the 12-yard line for the Buffalo Bison. Freddie, if he would have just knocked that down, they would have had a lot better field position.
Yeah.
But you got to realize at that age, hey, an interception is pretty important.
Yeah.
Go back to school tomorrow and tell everybody, man, I got an interception.
I remember them days.
Yes, you ain't going to tell them I did it on 4th down when I
No.
shouldn't have. You're just going to tell them, hey, I had an interception.
Yeah.
As the Blackcats come back out on the defense, it's going to be Buffalo with 1st and 10 to go on the 14-yard line of the Buffalo Bison. We have 8 minutes left. Were they not running clock? We have 8 minutes left.
Look like the clock is running.
8 minutes left and 33 seconds in the first quarter. Buffalo comes with trips to the bottom and 1 to the top with running back in the backfield. Snap back to the running back, and he's going to run up the middle for, it looks like, to no gain to just a little bit, which will bring up a 2nd down and long 10. Looks like it's going to be a 2nd down and 9. Gave him 1 yard on the run. Well, Freddie, we're watching the Blackcats play here, JV, but what'd you think about them Cowboys this past weekend?
There's nothing I can say. They did a great job.
I hate to get overhyped because their 2 opponents may not have been the strongest, but when you're throwing the ball to wide open wide receivers, I don't care who you're playing.
Yeah.
Buffalo comes to the line, have trips to the bottom, 1 up top. Number 22's in the backfield. Number 4, snap back to 4. He's going to drop straight back and throw it up the sideline. As the defender looks back, the ball's going to be incompleted down the middle of the field to number 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 9 for Buffalo at their own 15-yard line. That was really close to being a completion at midfield there. That was a nice thrown ball. Wide receiver adjusted to it really well. Just a little bit out of his reach.
Was it 3rd and 9? Yeah, 3rd and 9.
Oh, appreciate it.
Okay.
Here we go. We just got a little roster from Buffalo. We don't have one from Mexia, but Zane Johnson is the quarterback for the Buffalo Bisons. Jesus Guzman is the running back in the backfield with him. Up top is Flores Angel as a wide receiver. Down to the bottom is Thomas Grissett. And Michael Few is a wide receiver. As they come up to line at 3rd and 9, snap back to Zane Johnson. He throws out to the wide receiver and goes through his hands, and that's going to bring up 4th and 9 from the Buffalo 14 as Buffalo trots their punt team back out onto the field.
With a 7:36 left on the clock.
Yes.
Is the clock running?
Incomplete pass.
Yeah.
We may be here till midnight.
Yeah.
A lot of throwing going on in this JV game to start out with. As Buffalo lines up to punt. Snap back. It's going to be a good punt. It's going to bounce at the 45. Mexia picks it up, and they're going to run across the field, and they're just going to plant him down on the 42-yard line of the Blackcats. We got 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first quarter as Mexia come to the line, have the ball for the 2nd time. Looks like we're going to have a few new players out on the field for the Blackcats on this drive. Those numbers keep changing over there. I guess they're going to pretty much let everybody play tonight.
Yeah, get a little bit of playing time.
That's a lot of low numbers out there right now.
So y'all got what? Homecoming coming up next week.
Got homecoming here. at Blackcat Field next Friday night. And we have a change at quarterback from Mexia. Number 7's in. Isai is going to be a quarterback from Mexia. He snaps back. He hands off to number 10. He goes around the right end. He's going to pick up a nice gain of about 8 yards for the Blackcats on first down. That was a welcome sight for the Mexia offense.
Nice run.
So we got a 2nd down and 1. As we're back, Mejia's in a hurry-up offense coming up to the ball. They got twins to the top, one to the bottom. Asai in the backfield, take the snap. Ball snap back, handing off to the running back down here on the left-hand side. He breaks one tackle, and it looks like they're going to give him forward momentum to almost the first down. Garcia handed off to number 10. It looked like he had a hole in it. Closed pretty quick, Freddie.
What do we have, 3rd and what, 3rd and 1?
3rd and a long one. Surely these Blackcats got him a 1-yard play in here. So we'll have Ossie Garcia back up on at the helm with number 10. We got an up back this time as he moves his running back over to the left side. Snap back. And, it's a bad snap, and Garcia catches. He's going to run up the middle. He's going to come up with a first down, and he's still driving for yardage. And he's going to have a first down about the 44-yard line of the Bison. That was just nice athleticism right there.
Yeah, that's a way to bounce back.
Garcia was able to snag the high snap and make something out of nothing on that play. And that gives the Blackcats a first down on the 44-yard line. Next week, Freddie, is homecoming here for Mexia.
Yes, yeah, it is.
But as usual, we'll be down in Madisonville Thursday night to bring the call of the game to you of the JV game. I'm hoping Andrew will be back next week, as Garcia is going to be the quarterback with number 10 to his right. Snap back, another bad snap over his head as he picks it up. And he's just going to throw it across the middle. He does have a catch. Number 4 is going to make that reception.
Good pass.
And he's going to rumble down for about 6 yards on that pickup. That's a nice play by Garcia to not lose his mind and get all excited. He was able to catch the ball off the bounce and turn and find an open wide receiver down the field to pick up a gain of about 6. That's good that you can keep your composure on a play like that. As Garcia brings the Cats back to the line, we got twins to the top, twins to the bottom with Garcia and number 10 to his left in the backfield. Got a snap back to Garcia. Once again, it's a high snap, and he's going to bring it around the end. He breaks up the middle of the field, and it looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. I'm glad to see them finally running the quarterback because that's one thing that the last few weeks I was really disappointed in is we kept handing off, handoff, and the quarterback never kept the ball. And now this week they have some quarterback keepers that will open up the middle for the running backs, knowing that there's a chance the quarterback can go around the end and pick up 5 or 6 yards. Yeah. So as we have twins to the top and twins to the bottom, Garcia comes back, and he's got 10 on his right. So he gets ready for the snap. Got snap back, and it's a good snap, and he hands off to the running back around the left end, and he's going to run around the left end, and there's a face mask. Did they call him out of bounds?
I won't say yeah. Called him out of bounds.
But I don't think they threw a flag, but there was a clear face mask there, Freddie. He got his whole head jerked back around.
What do we got, 2nd and
7, it looks like. 2nd and 8 with Mexia moving the ball, which is a good sight. As we're going to come back with twins to the top. Twins to the bottom with Garcia. Back to take the snap with 10 on the left side. Snap back to Garcia. High snap. He throws it across the middle.
Oh, incomplete.
And it's just a little short for the wide receiver. Brings up a 3rd and 2. As the Blackcats come back to the line looking over to get the play. Being signaled into them. Surely we can pick up a couple of yards here. Snap back to Garcia. It's over his head. He hands off, and he's going to run around the right end. And he's going to be stopped for a couple of yard loss. That'll bring up 4th and about 4. Bad snaps are really hurting the JV.
Yeah, it's killing them tonight.
Every snap but one, our last 5 snaps have been almost over his head. Or went over his head. He made a really good play off of it. So we still have 3 minutes left in the first quarter. It's the longest first quarter we've had all year. Mejia's taking their time. Wonder if they're going to just call a timeout and punt the ball, or we got a 5-yard play in that playbook there right now for the Blackcats. We're going to snap back to Garcia, and it's over his head once again as he just falls on it at the 45-yard line of Buffalo. That's where Buffalo will take over. As we got 3 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the first quarter, we're going to go to break and bring you our sponsors.
You're listening to Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Park, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
As we come back to you at Blackcat Field, we got the Buffalo Bison JV against the Mexia Blackcat JV. Buffalo is on their own 43-yard line. Snap back. Quarterback's going to drop back, and he's going to throw it down the middle of the field. Man, wide open. Number 3 makes the catch, and he's going to break a long 43-yard touchdown, 47-yard touchdown for the Buffalo Bison. And that will put Buffalo in the lead 6-0 with an extra point pending. With 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first quarter, Buffalo takes the initial lead here, Freddie.
What are they going to go for it? Are they going to 2 points or kick the field goal?
Well, we sure seen a heck of a kicker last weekend.
Yeah.
Buffalo's going to line up and go for 2, it looks like.
They're going to go for 2.
As that wide receiver broke wide open across the middle of the field for the Bison, and he caught it, and once he caught it, he took it to the house. Wasn't no catching him. Snap back. Quarterback's just going to run it up the middle, and that'll be an 8-0 lead, Buffalo over Mexia.
That was too easy.
I don't think he was touched until he crossed the end zone. As now Mexia will be receiving the kickoff. Buffalo's taking the lead, and they'll be up 8-0 on the Blackcats in the first quarter. Well, Freddie, that's not the way the Blackcats wanted to start out.
No. Let's say over there regrouping.
Well, the one thing we can say, the Blackcats do have a good kickoff return team on JV.
Yeah.
They've returned a few deep, and they actually returned one for a touchdown this past week when we were in Malakoff. So not all is lost. Now we got our kickoff team out on the field. As Mexia comes out, getting ready to receive the kick, Buffalo's getting ready to set up for a kickoff. Mexia will have number 3 deep for them to receive the kick as Buffalo lines up to kick to Mexia. Man, it's a deep kick for a JV. Caught by 9 at about the 17. He's running up the middle. We already have a flag thrown in the middle of the field as he breaks all the way open, and he's going to have a really nice return, but as you can see, there's a flag on the field. So he moves that flag up. There's going to be a holding on Mexia. And as anybody that's on Facebook, y'all seen Greer Media Time posted earlier of homecoming for next week. Be here in Mexia against Madisonville. We'll bring the game to you live by radio, and, of course, you'll be able to watch it after 12 o'clock. It'll be streamed live where you can listen to our broadcast and watch it on TV. As the referees, officials move the ball back for Mexia, they'll start on their own 27-yard line. Freddie, that's a penalty of about 40 yards for Mexia.
That's something we didn't need.
We look up, we got a quarterback change in the backfield. Number 2 will be in on this drive. Snap back. Going to hand off to number 25. He go around the right end. He's changed his hands, and he's going to pick up a gain of about 11 yards. I believe that was Sandals, if I had to guess, by watching him gallop around.
Yeah, that's him.
Around there.
You can tell him anywhere.
He's a freshman that had just a real good run there. So as he comes back to the huddle, coaches did some coaching, and Mejia's going to have two running backs in the back with number 2. One wide receiver split out to the top and the bottom, and now we have a slot. We have a snap back to 2, and we're going to hand off to another running back around the right end, and he's got people around there. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to pick up a gain of about 7 yards there. Mexia starting to move the ball once again. Freddie, I look out there, and I believe that's just the whole freshman team out there on this drive, it looks like.
Yeah.
So Mexia huddles. Quarterback walks up and makes a line call. We got twins to the bottom, single to the right, up back, and one man in the backfield with the quarterback. So he scales the view, and he's going to hand off to the running back up the middle. Number 25, Sandals, is breaking again. He's about across the 30, 25, and they bring him down on the right sideline at about the 26-yard line. Another good run for Sandals there. Mejia's moving the ball here. We're going to have – all right. Okay. We got first down on the 26 of the Buffalo Bison yard line. Right now we have Nick Lawson in at quarterback. DeAndre Sandals is beside him. Snap back to Lawson as he hands off to Sandals up the middle, and he's going to have enough yards for about a 2-yard gain here. So that'll bring up second down and about 8 for the Blackcats. As Mejia's finally got him a good possession going here, Freddie.
So we have here.
As we wind down here in the first quarter, we got about 36 seconds left in the first quarter with Mexia driving. Lawson's coming back out on the field for the Blackcats. As we got a good drive going here.
They can just get that snap right. That's Sandals in the backfield.
That's going to be Sandals in the backfield with Lawson on this play. Snap back to Lawson. He drops straight back, and he throws one down the corner. And we got a wide-open Blackcat in the end zone for a 25-yard touchdown reception. And that's going to put Mexia on the board with 8 seconds left in the first quarter, and that's going to be Buffalo 8, Mexia 6, pending the extra point. Nice play for the Blackcats. It was good to see that freshman group take the ball straight down the field and score for the Blackcats. That was Lawson on the long pass. I didn't see who the wide receiver was.
At number 9, is that T.J. Bryant?
T.J. Bryant on the reception from Lawson. As the Blackcats come to the line of scrimmage, they're going to go for 2. We have Sandals in the backfield with Lawson. Snap back to Lawson, and he's going to run around the right side as he throws one. Man comes open, and
almost
it's tipped
interception.
And knocked out of his hands by number 23 of Buffalo. That would be Zaldivar for Buffalo. As now the score is going to be 8-6. Buffalo leading Mexia, with Mexia getting ready to kick off to the Buffalo Bison with 8 seconds left in the first quarter. As we're bringing you JV football against the Buffalo Bison tonight from Blackcat Field. The broadcast is being brought to you by Freddie Greer and Jeremy Sunday. Our sponsors this evening is Greer Media Time, Mookie's Barbecue, Woodman Life, Joe Fridays, Napa, Greer Mobile Detail, and we've got another one that I just found out about, Freddie, that he told me that once we got the sheets, we're going to have Simpson Firework on board with us.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. As a matter of fact, I make sure I get that to you today.
Yes, Simpson Fireworks wants to come on board as a Black Cat sponsor for live air radio and streaming video. Now, just to let you know, for football right now, you have to watch the game after 12, but when it comes to basketball and baseball, am I not right? You'll be able to watch live
Yeah,
feed.
be live feed.
And we're working on trying to get you that for football, too. It's just where we had to deal with the UIL. And Mexia kicks off, and it's a nice kick deep. It's going to be picked up by number 2. Is he going to try to return it?
Yeah, he's
going
gonna
to
try to return it.
And they're going to knock him out of bounds. No, he stays in about the 11-yard line. And that'll bring 2 seconds left.
2 seconds left on the
In
clock.
the first quarter, as Buffalo will take the ball on the 11-yard line. 15. Where we got the ball on the 15-yard line?
Yeah, 15-yard line.
I'm not used to calling from the booth.
Yeah, we usually
I turn
outside.
and look, and I can't see anything. And that will be Buffalo starting offense on the 11-yard line for this drive. We got 2 seconds left in the first quarter with Buffalo Bison JV leading the Mexia Blackcat JV 8-6. This will be the last play of the first quarter, and we'll be switching fields. Buffalo's been going left to right the whole entire first half.
Let's see what they got here.
We got one play left. There's going to be a snap back to number 4, and he's just going to hand it off to 22. Up the middle, he's going to pick up a good 8 yards on that. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter with the Black Cats down 6-8 to the Buffalo Bison. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back at Black Cat Field with Mexia Black Cat JV football.
You're listening to Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
Welcome back to Black Cat Football. I'm your host, Freddie Greer, and Jeremy Sunday.
Know how many. I just got a lane down in 3. All right. Thank you, man. As we come back to Black Cat Field, Buffalo with the ball. We got
Flag
flags
on the play.
First play of the second quarter. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the Bisons. That'll bring up second and about 6 now. The one thing Buffalo wants to do is get out of their end zone. They sure don't want to punt from down there. That'll give Mexia a short field, but down there, especially in JV ball, so many bad things can happen in your own end zone. As we're still here to start the first play of the second quarter with Buffalo with the ball leading 8-6 in our JV game that we're bringing you this week on Thursday Night Football. Buffalo lines up on the ball. We got trips down to the bottom. We got one up top. We got one running back in the back with quarterback number 4, and he's going to take the snap and hand off to a motion. No, he keeps it, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about a yard. That was a good fake on the sweep jet.
So we 3rd down.
Buffalo's quarterback, that's a good-sized boy there.
Yeah.
Reminds you of Kentucky's quarterback of about 10 years ago. That was one heck of an athlete. Everybody always talked about how big he was, but gosh, he was an athlete. He could do anything you needed him to do. As Buffalo comes back to the line, it's 3rd and about a long 4 or maybe 5. Going to have 4 in the backfield with one running back, and he's going to drop back to take the pass. And no, he's going to end up trying to run around the end. And that was a heck of a collision. It looked like he was going to get the first down, and Mexia closed the hole on him. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 2. See what Buffalo's going to do down here. Surely they got to punt this, Freddie.
Yeah. Well, they might go for it, you know.
See what Buffalo's going to do here. Now they're going to run the punt team onto the field. Yeah. It looked like they thought about it for a little bit there. They have moved the ball pretty well today, though. So as the punter drops back, it's going to be number 58. Mexia hasn't dropped back yet because it looks like they might be a little skeptical that Buffalo's actually going to punt here. They're going to keep everybody up. Now they drop one deep. Oh, good punt. Number 10 receives it from Mexia, and he's running right up the middle of the field, and he's going to break out to the right. He's got one man to beat, and he's arm tackled, and he's going to be pushed out about the 20-yard line of Buffalo. As Mexia gets a good return there of about 30 yards, and they put their offense in real good field position to start this drive. Looks like the JV's going to come back out to start this drive. So, Freddie, it looks like what we're going to do here is we're going to alternate the freshman offense and the JV offense every other series here.
That's what it looked like. The JV started it off?
Freshman started off.
Okay.
Then JV come in. Then the freshmen come in. Now it looks like JV's getting a second chance here. As that freshman group had a really good drive on that last drive.
So what time are you leaving out tomorrow?
I had told you we were going to leave out about – I got to looking. It's only about a 2-hour drive down there, so 4:30 we ought to be good.
That's about what, an hour? I mean, about 130-some miles?
Yeah, about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours down there. Snap back to Garcia as he hands off to a running back, and he's going to be stopped for about a 2-yard loss. When that JV team's out there, they're just not much blocking up front for the quarterback and the running backs right now. As Mexia looks over, they have a loss of about 2 yards there. Maybe 3, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 13 for Mexia as they have the ball on their own 26-yard line, 27-yard line. Snap back to Garcia, and he's going to head off up the middle to number 10. He's going to get him about a good 5-6-yard gain. It'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 6 for the Blackcats. Freddie, this is 2-play territory.
2-play territory.
We don't have to pick it all up on one play, so you got 2 plays to make 7 yards here, 6 yards. So Mejia's looking over to the sideline. We got 7 minutes left in the second quarter. As Garcia's in there to receive the snap with number 10 beside him. Snap back. Garcia drops back. He's got a man across the middle.
Just overthrew him.
Little highs. We bring up 4th down here for the Blackcats. This sure would be bad situation to waste this good field position.
Yeah, 4th and 6.
4th and 6 for the Blackcats. See what we got here. I know we got a 6-yard play over there in the playbook.
Yeah, we got something out of there. Coach going to come up with something.
The Blackcats look over to get the play. Buffalo's trying to hold them out as Buffalo leads with just under 7 minutes. 8-6 in the JV football game between Buffalo and Mexia. As Mexia comes to the line, snap back. Garcia drops. He's running out to the right. Looks up and had a man down the right sideline, and he's tackled and taken out of bounds for a loss, and that's going to give the ball over to Buffalo. He had a man break open, and he never seen him. He took
Never
off running,
looked.
and 10 was standing down by the end zone by himself. Thank you, Coach. As we've got most of the players now, we've got 6 minutes and 47 seconds left as we have a change of turnover here. Buffalo will take the ball over and put the Blackcats back on defense. It's a good stand by Buffalo there.
A very good stand. So we come back out with that freshman back out there again.
Look like the freshmen are out on defense now. Buffalo takes the field. Buffalo does have some really big boys down there.
Yeah, kind of look like who's that?
Trips to the right. Single man down here to the bottom with 22 in the backfield with Zane Johnson as quarterback. He drops back and he's going to throw one down the middle of the field. And
late flag, but
late flag, which was a clear interference by number 8 for the Blackcats. I really don't think the ball was catchable, but you can't tackle the wide receiver before he gets there.
no, you can't do that.
Buffalo will have a first down out on their own 36-yard line here. Buffalo looks over to the sideline to get the play. Looked like that was the same play call that they scored on earlier. But the Bison will come up to the line.
We got 1st and 10.
1st and 10 after the penalty. We have trips down here to the bottom. We have one up top. Johnson is a quarterback with running back beside him. He's going to hand off to the running back. He's coming up the middle, and it looked like he was going to gain some yardage, but he ended up losing about 2, maybe a yard lost, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That was a good string out by number 88 for the Blackcats. Cayenne Cleveland strung that play out.
Are you talking about Cayenne?
Cleveland strung that play out and was able to bring them down for a yard loss.
That's almost like the sauce Cayenne, ain't it?
Almost. He had little flames on
Yeah,
that play.
he did.
As Buffalo comes back to the line of scrimmage, they're going to have trips to the top now. Man down here to the bottom with Johnson and Guzman in the backfield for Buffalo. Snap back to Johnson. He's going to drop back a quick pass. He's going to throw it out, and it's an incomplete pass. As that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 for Buffalo with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half. It's 3rd and 11 Buffalo with Mejia on defense. See if the Blackcats can't come up with a big play here, and they get the ball back here, and if they can do something, we also get the kickoff in the second half.
Back, yeah.
So, that was shocking last week. Cowboys won the toss, and Jason Garrett learned what a deferred to the second half was over the offseason.
Oh, you a Cowboy fan?
I'm a Cowboy fan.
Okay. Oh, we got something coming then.
And Buffalo comes up with twins top to the bottom. He drops straight back, and he's going to release it across the middle, and it's going to be an incomplete pass to number 5. And that'll bring up 4th and 11 for the Buffalo Bison, as again they'll be punting to the Blackcats. Yeah, them Cowboys been my favorite since I was watching the Cowboys when I was 3 years old. The Cowboys, the Rangers, and the Mavericks.
There it is.
And when I was about 5, I become an Oklahoma Sooners fan.
Yeah, I love them Sooners. Who we got this week?
We're actually on a bye this week.
Okay.
We get to watch the Pokes hopefully put it on Texas.
Yeah.
Even though Oklahoma needs Texas to stay unbeaten until the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, so we're going to give them their first loss.
I usually root for Texas as long as they're not playing Oklahoma. But, that's tough.
Yeah.
As Buffalo's going to punt, nice punt, fair catch for the Blackcats, and they get out away from it, and that ball is going to trickle down to inside the 20-yard line, and Buffalo's going to stop it on about the 18, so that's where the Blackcats will take over on their own 18, down by 2 with 5 minutes and 27 seconds left in the first half. The Blackcats will take over. Yep, I got a lot of friends that are Longhorn fans. And, man, it is tough to talk college football.
Oh, yeah.
I would say Texas probably has one of the greatest all-time college football players there ever was because he put them on his shoulders and carried them that year. and I have to listen to it all the time. Who won the last championship? You're right, but who's won the most is my question.
Right. If you look at it, though, you got what? Most of you guys from Oklahoma are from Texas.
Well, we're getting better at diversifying that and getting from other states, but yes, we do like to cherry pick Texas. So the Blackcats are going to come back out, and again we have the Lawson back in the backfield with Sandals, and we got a man in motion. Snap! Oh, we're going to have a penalty. Looked like the center forgot to snap it. Everybody moved but the center.
Hey, that remind me of was that the play with the Cowboys?
Yeah.
What was that? Everybody moved but the center.
Yeah. I didn't see their coach clapping like Jason Garrett, though.
Yeah. That's going to move him back.
5 more yards back, and that'll still bring up first down and 15 as the Blackcats come to the line. Got Lawson and Sandals in the backfield. It's going to be a snap back to Lawson. And we got another miscommunication, and Lawson's going to be dropped for about another 2-yard loss.
Looked like he was lost there for a minute.
Man, Lawson took a big hit there. It looked like he went to hand that ball off, and there wasn't nobody to hand it off to. But, yeah, Texas is playing Oklahoma State this weekend. Georgia's playing Notre Dame. And Michigan's playing Wisconsin. That's the 3 big games this weekend. OU's off, and they have Texas Tech next week, 11 o'clock on the 28th in Norman. Snap back to Lawson. He's going to hand off up the middle to Sandals, and he's going to have a good run. And he's going to bring up a third down and about 12 or 13 here. The Blackcats with third and long again, with 4 minutes left with time running. Looks like Buffalo might get this ball back here if Mexia can't dial in a first down here.
See what they pull out the hat.
Lawson can throw the football. I've watched him in practice a few times and in a couple of games, and he does have a really good arm. As he's flanked by running backs on each side, he snaps back. Snap back to Lawson. He's going to drop back, and he's going to throw it across the middle. He's got a man. And he
dropped it.
He was there, and he looked like he might have had enough for the first down, but with the drop, we're going to bring up 4th down and 12, and the Blackcats will be punting.
Got 4 minutes left on the clock?
Yes. It's been the longest first half.
Yeah.
Lots of passing. As Mexia keeps substituting people on and off the field, we got enough for 2 football teams out there, and Mexia has to call a timeout. As we'll go to a break and bring you our sponsors, Blackcat JV football being brought to you by Freddie Greer and Jeremy Sunday.
Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
As we come back to Blackcat Stadium, bringing you Blackcat football, we took a timeout and got the right team on the field. We're going to have a snap back, looks like to Garcia, and we're going to have a punt, and it's going to be a punt up the left sideline. Going to go for a Blackcat roll and roll out about the 39-yard line of the Blackcat, so that's where Buffalo will take over. With 3 minutes and 53 seconds left in the first half, Buffalo's going to have another chance to put some more points on the board. Freddie, tomorrow night, what do you think of the matchup with Coldspring and Mexia varsity?
I think it's going to be a good one. It was a good one last year. I mean, it didn't end pretty, but it was a good one. We had the last year we had a delay.
Oh, okay.
We had a delay last year due to the rain.
Well, there's going to be a lot of good games around the area tomorrow night, and we'll keep scores up with you. As Buffalo trots out onto the field to take over 1st and 10 on the Mexia 39. Buffalo had one long play, and Mexia had a long drive, and that's what you call 8-6 football with Buffalo leading. We got trips to the bottom, wide receiver to the top, snap back to Johnson. Looks like he's going to hand off to 22, and he's going to be brought down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage this time as Mexia starts off with a positive play on defense.
Was that number 52?
See who we had here.
62.
52 or 62?
62.
Jay Henderson for the Blackcats. This is the first Black Cat in the backfield to bring down Guzman. As Buffalo huddles up on 2nd and 12. Getting the play clock in. They coming out slow, trying to burn some time. It's on 2nd and 12. It's going to be Johnson and Guzman in the backfield. As Johnson's asked for the ball, snap back to Guzman, and he breaks out to the left, and he's going to pick up a gain of about 2 yards, and he'll be back to the original line of scrimmage and bring up 3rd and 10 for the Buffalo Bison. We got just under 3 minutes here left in the first half. Mejia's trying to get a stop here so they can get one more drive in before halftime, and then they receive the second half kickoff from Black Cat Field in Mexia, Texas.
Get to go home early tonight.
Yes. And with both teams throwing the ball as much as they have, most time this game would have been over with already with the way we run the last few weeks, but we still playing here. Lots of passing going on. 3rd and 10. Johnson drops back once again, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard sack by number 30, Marshall Eberly. With the sack, that is Marshall Eberly on the sack you did. On the sack. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 1 for Buffalo, and it looks like Mexia takes a timeout to preserve some time. So with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left, Buffalo's going to be punting the ball back to Mexia. Fourth and 1 here. See if Mexia can't get something going with about 2 minutes left in the quarter. Being down by 2. We're taking a long time out here.
Long time out.
Enough for some people to get a nap around here. Buffalo had a pretty good crowd follow them over here for a JV game.
Yeah.
Mexia comes up, and looks like Buffalo's going to stay in their offense and go for this here. It's 4th and 2 with Zane and Guzman in the backfield. Trips to the top and 1 to the bottom. We got a man in motion and a drop back, and he's going to throw it deep. And Mejia's going to sack him on about the 50-yard line, and that'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the Blackcats on the 50 with 2 minutes and 1 second left in the first half. That's what Mexia needed right there, Freddie. And that sack was by Herman. And Mejia's going to trot the offense back out.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left.
Yes. Let's see how much they get to work on their 2-minute offense of the Black Cat JV. You think they get to work on it much, Freddie?
I don't get to work now.
They run the other team's 2-minute offense. As Mexia comes back out on the field, let's see who we have. It's going to be Garcia at the helm. And Dorian McFarland in the backfield with him. As Mejia's got 2 minutes to go, 51 yards. First handoff to number 10. He breaks up the middle. It's a good 6-yard run to start the drive. It's going to bring up a 2nd and about 4. Mejia's in the hurry-up offense. Let's see what we can't do here with 1:48 left as the Blackcats get up on the football. Quarterback looks over. Garcia looks over at the coach with McFarland beside him. He gives the call to the line. He takes the snap, man in motion, and he falls on it. And Mejia's going to have a loss of about 8 yards. That's a tough one there, Freddie. When you're trying to move forward,
Yeah,
and
that's.
it's tough.
I like the good sportsmanship for both teams out up there. One player on the ground, and the opposite opponent team helps him up.
We have a minute 10 with the clock running. Mejia's in 3rd and 12 here. You can't call timeout because if you don't make this, you're going to give Buffalo extra time. So snap back to Garcia, and he's going to throw it up down the left sideline as the wide receiver's trying to get to it.
A little short.
It's going to fall short, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 12, and that stops the clock with 56 seconds left for the Buffalo Bison to receive the punt. As Mejia trots the punt team out. Garcia looks like he's going to drop back for the punt. And Buffalo's got number 34, Jacob May, back to receive the punt. Just snap back to Garcia. It's a high snap. He catches it and gets the kickoff. Got a whole host of Blackcats downfield to down the ball, and Buffalo will take over on their own 21-yard line with 43 seconds left in the first half. Buffalo's got enough for 2 or 3 plays here. See what Buffalo will do, if they'll just kneel the ball, or they say, you know what, I got 43 seconds left. I want to score one more time.
Will Blackcats get the ball back in second half?
Yes, they will receive the second half kickoff. The crowd has gotten a little bit larger over on Blackcat side with these young cats playing a tough game here, 8-6. Buffalo leading the JV. Have a long time out here. As Buffalo finally starts to trot out on the field, and here comes that Blackcat defense. See if they can't get one more stop before the end of the half. They've set up themselves in pretty good field position here to receive the ball in the second half and maybe go take the lead.
Yeah.
They can get a stop here with 43 seconds left. As the Blackcats on defense, Buffalo has somebody in motion, and it's going to be a fake handoff, and he's going to throw it up the middle of the field, and 17 was there and dropped it. He might have went to the house on that one. As Buffalo didn't sit back on their heels, they come out firing.
That brings up a 2nd and 10.
Do we have a timeout, Buffalo?
Yeah, like timeout.
With 38 seconds left, we're going to go to our sponsors, and we'll be back at Blackcat Field in just a moment.
This game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays. Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
As we're back at Blackcat Field, we got 38 seconds left in the first half of the JV Blackcat football game against Buffalo. Snap back, and he's going to drop back and throw it down the middle of the field, and they got a wide receiver breaking open, and they got a completion
nice
at
catch.
the 50-yard line for Buffalo. Nice catch by number 34, Jacob May, and we got another timeout, Buffalo, as they're wanting to go score, Freddie.
All right. We're going to go to another quick commercial right quick.
As we come back to Blackcat Field, Buffalo has the ball, 1st and 10 on the Mexia 49, as that last pass was a play of about 33 yards. May pulled it in from Johnson as we got twins to the top and twins to the bottom. Snap back to Johnson. He's going to step into, and he's going to get tackled at about the Buffalo 49. That's a good play by number 62 from Mexia.
That Henderson? Yeah, that's Henderson there, number 62.
Henderson. Jay Henderson brings the quarterback down as Buffalo calls another timeout. That should be their last timeout of the first half. Is Buffalo's trying to go get a score. No sense in kneeling the ball.
No sense at all. With 21 seconds left.
2-point lead and trying to put more points on the board. So we got Mexia Blackcat JV football being brought to you from Greer Media Time here in Mexia by Freddie Greer and Jeremy Sunday. So Mexia trots their defense back out. We got 21 seconds left in the first half with Buffalo leading 8-6 and trying to get more points.
I think they're going to put it in the air.
Well, they're going to have to keep it in the air because if they run it, they're just going to run the timeout because they just used their last timeout. As we got trips up to the top, this has been a really good formation for Buffalo as Johnson's in the backfield. He snaps back, and he's going to throw it down in the middle, and it looks like there's nobody but a Blackcat there, and it's going to be an interception by number 17, Xavier Molina. And Xavier finally got his interception. He had one up a little bit earlier and couldn't quite keep possession of it.
We have 13 seconds left on the clock.
And Mejia's going to come out on offense. Be 1st and 10 on the 15 for our JV Blackcat team. Let's see if the Blackcats don't try to go for it once or twice.
I think they're going to put it in the air.
The Blackcats are over there in the huddle talking about it. Freddie said we got 13 seconds left. Buffalo leading 8-6 as the Blackcats trot their offense out there. Looks like Lawson's out this time to take the snaps.
We got Sanders in the backfield.
Yes. Sandos and Lawson in the backfield for the Blackcats. Let's see what they do here. They're just going to hand off and play for the second half here, Freddie. As we're going to wind down this first half of Blackcat JV football, Mexia down 8-6 to the Buffalo Bison. We're going to take a quick halftime break, and we'll be back at the start of the third quarter. From Greer Media Time, Freddie Greer and Jeremy Sunday.
Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
You're listening to Black Cat Football and Greer Time Media. Let's take it to the booth with your host, Freddie Greer Sr.
As we come back to Black Cat Field for the second half of the Black Cat JV football team, Freddie, there was lots of passing in that first half.
Quite a bit from both sides of the teams.
Lots of incompletions. But we'll come out and see if we didn't have some halftime adjustments and get a little crisper ball here in the second half.
Let's see if Black Cats get the ball back.
As Buffalo will be kicking off from left to right to our Black Cat JV football team. Buffalo is a little bit smaller in Mexia, but they come out with a lot of fight in them, Freddie.
Yeah, quite a bit. Got quite a bit of size on them.
As Mexia is missing some starters, as we talked about a little bit earlier. Sunday's out with a wrist injury, and Freddie's been moved up to the varsity for tomorrow night, so a couple of our normal starters aren't out there. The ball's going to come down to number 21, Armando Tovar, and he's running up the middle, and he's going to be tackled about the 45-yard line of the Black Cats. And that's where we'll start out the second half with the Black Cats on offense from their own 45-yard line as the offensive team huddles up over there on the coaches, and Buffalo's out here on defense already. Blackcats trying to find some running room to start the second half, as they're down by 2 points, 8-6 to the Buffalo Bison. As Mexia runs out on the field, let's see who our starting quarterback. Lawson will be starting quarterback in second half with Sandals and Molina on each side of him. As Mexia snaps back to Lawson, he hands off to Molina, and he's running around the right end. Got a little bit of running room, it looks like, and he's broken through, and he's going to get about a 10-yard gain on that,
first
Freddie.
down.
As that's Molina on a 10-yard run. Good pickup for the Blackcats to start the second half. Move the ball down to the Buffalo Bison 45. Keeps the clock running.
They went in and made some second half adjustments.
As the Blackcats come up to the line, once again it's going to be Molina and Sandals. Back with Lawson, he moves Molina out to the left. Snap back to Lawson. He drops back. He's going to throw one down the right sideline, and it's just a little bit underthrown. Had him a wide receiver down the right side as Lawson laid it up there, but incompletion, and we'll have a second down and 10 from the Bison 45 for Mexia Blackcat JV football. Lawson's over visiting with the coaches, trying to decide what they are going to come up with second and 10.
JV don't normally have any trick plays, do they?
No, they hadn't. So far this year, we've run to the right, run to the left, and thrown some balls, but, you know, they're scout team a lot of times, so they don't get to work on their own offense, and it's just nice for them to get out here and play and not have to get hit by the varsity. The ball's handed off to Sandals up the middle. He breaks some tackles. He's a tough one to break down. He breaks out to the right. He's down across the 25. He's going to be tackled about the 22-yard line.
We'll bring up another first down.
That'll be a first down for the Blackcats. As Sandals runs across the 25 down to about the 22. Mexia has been able to move the ball so far here in the second half. As Lawson comes back out, Molina had a nice long run. Now Sandals has a run. Maybe Mejia's getting that Bison defense on their heels a little bit, not knowing where they're going to come. Lawson scours the field, and he takes the snap, and he hands off to Sandals to come left, and Sandals runs off a block and picks up about a good 7 yards here. That's going to bring up a second down and 7 as Mexia continues to move the ball here. Blackcats look over at the coaches to get the play. Lawson's coming back to the huddle.
Keep the clock running.
Got the clock running. 8 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the third. As the lights come on here at Blackcat Field, as the sun starts to go down. Molina in motion, snap back, hand off to Sandals up the middle. He breaks out around the left side, and nobody's going to catch Sandals as he takes it in for a Blackcat JV football touchdown. That's going to put Mexia up 12-8 with the 2-point conversion coming. Nice to see Mexia come out and have some nice long runs to start out the third quarter, Freddie.
Yeah, evidently the coach must have went in with some came out with some second half adjustments.
Well, the coach is now talking to Lawson for a 2-point conversion. So Mejia's huddling up, and Lawson's going to let everybody know what the play is, and Mejia's going to spread out for this 2-point conversion. They're going to have Molina on one side, Sandals on the other of Lawson. Wide receivers out to the right and left. There's going to be a snapback handoff to Sandals straight up the middle, and he's going to be in for the 2-point conversion, and that puts Mexia up 14-8 with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left. Mexia on top, with Mexia fisting to be kicking off from right to left to the Buffalo Bison. We're going to go to our sponsorship, and we're going to be back at Blackcat Field in just a moment.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
Huh? Oh yeah, they got that that cover where they got the box, the outside, and they got a little part with the fence. Yeah, you'll be covered up. Yeah, we'll be covered. I looked at the stadium. I'll show it to you here in a little bit.
As we come back to Blackcat Field, the JV just took the lead. Lining up to kick off from right to left to the Buffalo Bison as number 2 is back to return for Buffalo. That'd be Jamal Allen. Mexia, the whistle just come. Mejia's waiting to kick, and the kick is off. The return's going to be by number 3. No, the ball's going to be rolling out of bounds, and that'll be an illegal procedure on the Blackcats on kickoff. Let's see what Buffalo does here. See if they're going to make Mexia re-kick it, or they're just going to take the ball at the 40. As the officials gather and talk, we'll see what they're going to do.
What was the call on that?
Illegal procedure. Ball was kicked out of bounds on the Blackcats.
They're going to re-kick it.
Still a little confusion here. The referees, one has a Blackcat ball, one has a Buffalo Bison ball. Looks like Buffalo's going to take the ball at the 35-yard line of Buffalo and let Mexia start on defense right there. As Buffalo comes out with trips to the top, an up back and one down here to the right. So, with just the quarterback in the backfield, number 4, Johnson, Zane Johnson, will be your quarterback to start the second half for the Bison. Whistle's blown. Let's get ready for some action here. 7's in motion for the Bison. As snap back to Johnson. He drops back, and he's going to act like he's going to throw, and he's going to run up the middle, and he's going to get him a good 10-yard run right here to start out the drive for Buffalo. And that's going to move the chains for the Bison, and that's going to be 1st and 10 on the Bison 45.
As a quick update right now that I got, it shows as of right now, Mexia Blackcats will not be playing Coldspring.
They will not be playing?
As of right now, they won't be playing Coldspring. Their coaches are looking for someone else to play.
Okay.
We will keep you updated.
Yeah, they've had a lot of bad weather down south, and so surely some of them teams down south would have been traveling north and see if we can't find another team to play tomorrow night. But Buffalo's back in the single quarterback in the backfield. Snap back. He's going to act like he's going to run, and he's just going to run right up the middle, and he's going to gain about 7 yards on that.
You know, Jeremy, this would have been a good game if Grosbeck didn't have no one to play. This would have been a good matchup. I'm not going to say a good matchup.
It would have been a game that they could have played that I don't see much benefit for Mexia in that, though, other than the fact we wouldn't have had to travel very far.
Yeah, that's true.
But Grosbeck's really struggled this year, and the last time they want to see is a mad Blackcat.
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo's coming to the line, have a 2nd and 8 on the Mexia 46-yard line. The Bison are just lining up with one quarterback in the back. He acts like he's going to go for a pass, and he's been running up the middle on them. Got number 2 here in motion, Jamal Allen, and they're going to hand off to him around the end, and the Blackcats are going to swarm him and take him down for about a 5-yard loss as Mexia sniffed that out quick, Freddie. So Mejia's push the ball back, and now it's going to be 3rd down and about 5. For the Buffalo Bison, as they're going to come out and trips down here to the right. One man to the top. Johnson in the backfield by himself for 3rd down. 7's in motion for the Bison. It's going to be a snap back to Johnson. He looks like he's going to throw it, and he's going to take off again. And they're going to get to him, but he keeps rumbling down the field, and he's going to have enough for a Bison first down, and that's going to move the chains for Buffalo, Freddie.
The young man got a couple of wheels. Hard to take him down.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Good athlete. Good athlete. We've watched a couple of good athletes the last few weeks that were big guys.
What are they feeding him down there?
They're not what's at my son's table. I tell you that, because he ain't that big. He's gotten tall, but he's not putting the weight on.
Oh, when I look at them, I think about them goats.
Look at who?
I was waiting on your comeback.
They don't have no red out there. What do they even look like?
I was waiting on your comeback.
I mean, they are white with a little purple, but I mean, I'm trying to look for similarity. Same thing, Zane Johnson in the back by himself. He looks like he's going to drop back and throw it, and he's got a man across the middle, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
Like he tripped up.
I think the wide receiver and the cornerback got their legs tangled a little bit, but the play was there. That little drop back, act like you're going to pass and run up the middle, has really got the Blackcats on their heels. You really don't know what's coming, and you look up, and then there's a wide receiver 20 yards downfield all by himself. So the Bison come back to the line. We're going to have trips down here to the right. One man up top with Johnson by himself again in the backfield. Number 7 is going to be in motion. That will be Hayden Ducott. Snap. He act like he's going to run again, and he's going to be sniffed out at the line of scrimmage this time by the Blackcats. And that's going to bring a 3rd down and 10, as finally the Blackcats were able to stop Johnson on that little drop back quarterback sneak and drop him down at the line of scrimmage for no gain, as the Blackcats try to hold here on 3rd and 10 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter of JV Blackcat football being brought to you from Mexia, Texas, Blackcat Field. We do have an update. As of right now, tomorrow night, Mexia will not be playing Coldspring. They are looking for another team to play. So we'll keep you updated on Facebook and on air on what's going to happen for the football team tomorrow night, as we were having severe weather down south. Bison come back with Johnson in the backfield once again by himself. He drops back and looks like he's going to launch it down the middle of the field this time, as Mexia intercepts it on their own. No, he breaks out, and he's running back up the field, and he's going to be tackled about his 25-yard line. Looked like they had him down, Freddie. Next thing you knew, he was out running again. As Mexia gets the turnover, and that ball right there, Freddie, was just as good as a punt. Yep. Save your punter's leg. And,
that's true.
And go down the field and play some defense. As Mexia will be coming back out on offense. We'll see who they have out there for this drive, as the Bison's defense is out on the field with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Mexia runs out on the field, and it's going to be Garcia at the helm with Shemaiah fully Love beside him. Snap back, hand off to number 10, Mexia up the middle. And that's going to be Dorian McFarland with about a 5-yard gain there. That's a good start to this drive for the Blackcats, as they keep the ball on the field and keep the clock going.
What do we got, 2nd and?
With the lead, 2nd and 5. Mexia gets the play in. They move the running backs around, and Garcia's in there this time. He's got running back on each side. He takes a snap, and they'll hand off to McFarland. He's going to be taken down right as he gets the ball.
There.
And a whole host of Buffalo Bison take him down. Good defensive play by the Bison, as right as the ball was handed off, they were pretty much there to tackle him.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go.
And that's going to be a large loss of about 8 or 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 14 for the Blackcats. Most important thing is the clock is winding down with the lead. Let's see what the Blackcats dial up here with Garcia and McFarland in the backfield. It's going to be a snap back to Garcia. It looked like Buffalo had jumped off sides, but I don't see a flag.
Don't see a flag.
and they bring him down for a yard loss. That's going to bring up 4th and 15 for the Mexia Blackcats as the clock continues to roll. So Mexia runs the punt team on. And Mejia's running some off the field. Looking back, ready for the snap is Garcia. Snap back, and we do get the kick off, and the ball's going to be coming down about the 40, and we catch it on the Mexia 41. What's that? You can't go no more south, so we're going to have to find someone up north or right around here. If we was going to go to Cold Springs, I was going to have to call my dad, and we're going to have to borrow his boat.
Yeah, take the boat down there.
Hey, save the gas in
yeah.
vehicle and just drive the boat down there.
Get down there a lot faster.
Could you imagine 37 inches of rain in 24 hours?
Man, that's...
Homes were being destroyed. People were being evacuated. As Buffalo comes back up to line of scrimmage with 2 minutes, 44 seconds left in the third quarter, Johnson is still by himself in the backfield. Trips to the top, one to the bottom. Number 7, Ducat is in the – and once again, it's going to look like a drop back, and they're going to tackle him on a quarterback carry for about 2 yards, maybe a yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. Freddie, they've pretty much run that one play, and either he throws it or he runs it the whole second half.
That number 4. Who's number 4 for the Bisons?
For the Bison is Zane Johnson. He's their quarterback.
Zane Johnson.
He's been able to make some real nifty
yeah,
runs.
he have.
As time continues to tick away here in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Freddie, who's playing Thursday night NFL football tonight?
Oh, it's a good question. Let's
I think that
go
might
and
be
see.
Jacksonville and Tennessee, the best I can remember. We know it's not the Cowboys because we'd be announcing the score nonstop if the Cowboys was playing.
Yeah, Tennessee and Jacksonville.
Have they started yet?
Yeah, it's there in the first quarter with 13:22 left. Jacksonville got the ball. It was 1st and goal on a Tennessee 7.
Well, looky there. Jacksonville's moving the ball. Snap back to Johnson, and he's going to act like he's going to throw it. And then again, he's going to take off running, but they're going to get him in the backfield. And he's going to be sacked back around the original line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 with the clock continuing to run. The Black Cat JV football team's leading 14-8, and they've been able to hold the Bison at bay here in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Defense is playing really well.
So who do you think we're better to play? Just out of curiosity.
I'd have to look and see, but the problem that you run into this time of the year is we would have to play someone that's up here around us that was going south to start with.
Yeah, that's true.
Because your north's not affected, the west and the east isn't affected. It's just the teams in the south. So you would hope you could find a team that was in the south that was going to play someone up north. So those two teams that weren't able to play are able to play against each other. As the Bison come back to the line of scrimmage, and Johnson takes the snap back, and he's rolling around the right end, and he throws it downfield. And number 11 catches it for the Bison. That's going to be Angel Flores. And that's going to bring up a 4th and about 3, where Buffalo gives himself really good chance to go for it right here. There's no sense in punting.
I would like to see me here play. We played Dallas Pinkston.
Freddie, what'd you do? Just make up a name?
No, Dallas Pinkston. Yeah.
What A are they?
I'm not sure. Groesbeck played them about 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, I can assure you the Blackcats don't want to play nobody at Groesbeck play because I'm sure Groesbeck beat them that year and they went probably 1-9.
Yeah, they beat them, but you know the band is very exciting.
The band is
band is very exciting.
We want to drive all the way to Dallas for a band, Freddie.
Oh, we can have them come here.
Oh,
yeah, we have them come here.
Well, that's going to be the end of the third quarter, and we're going to go to break with Black Cat JV football being brought to you by Freddie Greer and Jeremy Sunday. We'll be back in a few moments. As we come back to you from Blackcat Field, JV football, they have Buffalo at a 4th and 4, moving from right to left. Start of the fourth quarter, it's the first play. It's going to be a snap back to Johnson. He's going to roll out to his right. He throws it down the field, and it's a heck of a catch by number 11, Angel Flores. Now they're saying that it was an incomplete pass. No, they're calling a fumble on the play. Interception by the Mexia Blackcats. What a heck of a defensive play by the Blackcats, as they will take over on their own 6-yard line. Mexia to start the first drive of the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 53 seconds left, leading 14-8. Looks like Lawson's going to be coming back out this time, and see who he has in the backfield with him.
Who's back there with him? Is that Sanders?
Looks like Xavier. It's going to be no, that was Sanders. It's going to be thrown out to Xavier Molina, and he catches one. He breaks up the field, and he's going to have a completion of about 4 yards, it looks like. Looks like he was going to be able to break it open, and 2 or 3 defenders got there pretty quick. But that's a nice little 3 or 4 yard gain on first down in your own end zone on that play. As Mexia looks over to the sideline, bringing in the play. Lawson runs the play in.
Keeps the clock running.
Send 2 to the top. Send twins right. Now Mexia lines up in the pistol. Snap back, and they're going to hand off to Sandals up the middle, and he's met right as he hands off. And that's going to be about a 3-yard loss back to the starting line of scrimmage and bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Blackcats with 8 minutes and 55 seconds left with the clock rolling of our football game being brought to you tonight. Mexia JV against the Buffalo Bison JV. Lawson's received the play, and he's coming back out to the huddle. Freddie, we've got some sponsors here. We've got Napa Auto Parts, Joe Fridays, Mookie's Barbecue. So Mexia lines up on the line of scrimmage. Snap back to Lawson. He's going to hand off to Sandals around the left end, and he's
like they got him for the safety.
Are they going to? They're going to call him forward progress.
They call him safety.
Safety on the Bison.
Safety.
As now the score will be 14-10, and Mexia will be punting off to the Buffalo Bison. That's exactly what Buffalo needed. They needed a big play to get some enthusiasm back rolling on their side. But the Blackcats will be punting off. Let's get back to our sponsors, Freddie. We have Greer Media Time, Greer Mobile Detail, and, of course, Woodman Life. Those are our sponsors being brought to you every week. And we have Simpson Fireworks is coming on soon. Able to make this happen, be able to call JV football on Thursday nights and varsity football on Friday nights.
It's good to have it back.
Yes, it's been a while. I remember being in high school and KYCX calling the games, and everybody tuned into KYCX that wasn't able to make the game. And now each week as we go by, more and more people are finding out that they can listen to us call the games now.
We're just another small version of the Dave Campbell.
Is that right?
Just getting started.
Just getting started. Dave Campbell football been around a long time. As Mexia comes out on the 20-yard line, they've brought their kids out, and they're going to punt this ball. And number 2 for Buffalo, Jamal Allen's back to receive the ball deep. Along beside him is Joseph Guzman. And number 34, Jacoby May. So Mexia lines up to punt, and that will be by number 4, Cervantes. And that's a deep kick.
Good kick.
Number 2 calls for a fair catch. And he catches a ball around the 41-yard line of Buffalo, and that's where they'll start. They're going to call him down at the 39. As I don't think that he really meant to put that hand up and call fair catch, but he did. And Mejia's going to be on defense. Buffalo will start on their 39, moving from right to left with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Buffalo just got a safety to bring the game within 14-10. As Mejia's defense is huddled up over there, and Buffalo's offense is huddled up on this side. Coming on to the field, let's see what kind of offense Buffalo brings out this time. As Johnson's played pretty much the whole second half in the backfield by himself. And that's what they'll come out in. They'll come out with twins down to the left, one up top. Johnson beside him by himself in the back with Ducat in motion. Snap back, and he acts like he's going to throw it. And he's brought down by number. Is that number 60?
It looked like number 60.
Ivan Marquez is on the tackle for a 4-yard loss for the Blackcats. As Johnson looks to the sideline to get the play, the Blackcats defense stiffens on first down and brings up a 2nd and 14. As the evening's gone on, Freddie has gotten a little more humid each moment. And
feel pretty good. Cool breeze.
Twins to the right, twins to the left. Ducat's in motion. Snap back to Johnson and see if he's going to throw it. And this time he throws it out. And the ball's deflected by number 13.
I thought he had interception there.
Fully Love. He almost stepped in front of that, was able to take it to the end zone for a touchdown. As now we have a 3rd and 14 by Buffalo with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Buffalo trying to drive to take the lead.
We got another quarterback in the back.
Johnson comes out.
So number 3. Is that number 3 that went in?
As Buffalo has a new quarterback. Looks like it's number 3. Joseph Guzman. It's going to be a snap back to Guzman. And he's going to try to run out here to the left. And he runs up the middle, and he gets a pickup of about 10 yards. It'll bring up a 4th down and about 6.
Not enough for a first down.
He was real quick and open space there,
Yeah,
Freddie.
he was.
I was afraid he was going to break that and get a first down.
I almost thought he had it.
Well, with him being a backup quarterback, you know he probably doesn't get to practice much on
No,
JV.
that's
so
true.
He'd have a limited offense here. So you pretty much know the way the offense is run the second half, it's going to be a snap back and see what he can do with his legs.
So we got 6 minutes left.
As Guzman motions man across the field, and he's just going to tuck it and run around the right end, and they're going to stop him, which was going to bring up a turnover on downs for the Blackcats. With 6 minutes and 22 seconds left, the Blackcats should take this ball over and with a short field be able to put the game out of reach, Freddie.
Yeah.
One score would put it out of reach. It would bring it to 20-10 without the 2-point conversion. As Buffalo went for it there on 4th down. Looked like he might pull up and punt, but he ended up just running right around the end. See what Mejia does here. Who comes out? Looks like Garcia's going to be the quarterback. And he's got an up back, and then he's got a man beside him. He's going to be a snap back. It's going to be handed to McFarland, and he busts up the middle, and he's got a good 9-10-yard run on first down, which let's see if they're going to move the sticks, and that's going to keep the clock running for the varsity, JV varsity.
Well, the clock done stopped, ain't it? Elbow's back running.
They move their hands to stop it for the mark of the ball, and then as soon as it's marked, they can start running clock again. But surely Mexia right here just take their time, and they won't take a snap with less than 5-10 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah.
Because time is against Buffalo. Buffalo's playing two things right now, clock and Mexia.
Yeah.
So Mexia lines up, and they look over and to get the play. Snap back to Garcia. Is handed to McFarland. He breaks up on the right side. He gains about 4 yards. And that's going to keep the clock rolling. When they snap this, should be less than 50 seconds left on the clock. I mean, less than 5 minutes left on the clock.
5 minutes.
I'm trying to run this game out
you
here,
sure?
Freddie.
Yeah, like 50. Oh.
As that first half lasted forever. That first half lasted as long as the NFL first half with all the throwing we had going on. The Blackcats are talking to Garcia. The coaches are talking to Garcia about the play as he trots back on field. Everybody's got the play. And Garcia is going to line up. Ready for the snap. He's going to snap back and hands to McFarland up the middle. Another good gain by McFarland.
He's still going.
Won't be taken down, and he's going to get down to about the 25-yard line.
That's enough for a first down.
Be another Blackcat first down, and that'll take us down to almost 4 minutes before we have to snap the ball again, Freddie. If Mexia can get about 3 more first downs, you can just ice this ball game.
They're going to keep the ball on the ground. Why not? Why put it in the air?
No sense in putting it in the air when you have the lead and you're picking up 4, 5, 10 yards of carry. As Garcia trots back onto the field, we got 4.5 minutes left here at Blackcat Field with the Mexia JV playing the Buffalo JV. And Garcia is the quarterback right now. We're going to snap back to Garcia as a low snap, and he runs around the left end. He breaks away, and he's able to almost get back to the line of scrimmage, but it's going to bring up second and about 11. Bring us up underneath 4 minutes. As if Mexia can just keep taking their time and have some good snaps and McFarland break off another good run, they could almost tie this game or tie this win up right here. As we look across the sunset, that's beautiful sky here at Blackcat Field. Nice evening. It's a good, crisp football evening, Freddie.
Yeah.
As the Blackcats have 3.5 minutes left as they come to the line of scrimmage. McFarland on his right. Snap back to Garcia.
Oh.
As he got to just fall on it.
Lost. Bad snap. There's been a couple bad snaps tonight.
When Garcia's out there, yes, there's been quite a few. When I guess that would be our JV offenses on the field. Garcia's been chasing the ball. That's going to bring up third down at about
23.
I mean, there's not much you can do here other than just try to get a good snap and run it back up the middle, and then you're going to punt them and make them go the length of the field on you. So Garcia comes back out on the field. Got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Snap back to Garcia's. Hand off McFarland. He breaks up the middle, and he's got 2 or 3 men to beat. And he's still going. He's still going. And he's brought down about the 21-yard line. And that's going to bring up a fourth down and about 2. That's
fourth down and 2.
Fourth down and 2. Maybe, that's going to be a long 3 as we just continue to let the clock run here with 2 minutes left.
Good ball control.
As Garcia's over with the coaches one more time. It's a good long run by McFarland, which is able to make the Blackcats think about going for it on fourth down here. A minute ago looked like we would just be punting.
Yeah.
Long run, we get to run clock, and if we get this last first down, that's pretty much ball game, Freddie. Call timeout by the Blackcats with a minute and 33 seconds left here. We're going to go to our sponsor break, and we'll be back at Blackcat Field in just a moment.
Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
As we come back to Blackcat Field, it's 4th and 3. Snap back, hand off to McFarland. He breaks up the middle. He breaks a tackle, but it looks like they're going to get him about the – no, he's going to break up and get a first down for the Blackcats. Look at that push for McFarland and that offensive line that's able –
That first down.
Are they going to blow that down? We must have had an inverting whistle that stopped the play. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. And Buffalo will get the ball back with a minute and 24 seconds left. The coaches are out talking to the officials, wanting to know why that play was blown dead because he was still moving forward.
Yeah.
His momentum was never stopped. But either way, the Blackcats will be on defense from the Buffalo 19-yard line. Buffalo has 81 yards to go to score to try to win this game. As the Blackcat defense comes out on the field, here comes the Bison offense. We'll see what they got this time. As Johnson goes back in at quarterback right now with number 3. Guzman beside him, trips to the top, one to the bottom, snap back, and they're just going to run Guzman up the field, and he catches it, and he misses the tackle, and he's going to be dropped at the 40. As he just run out of the backfield right up the middle by himself, Freddie.
We'll bring up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for Buffalo as the clock has started. Buffalo brings the play in. Johnson went to the sideline to get the play, comes back out to tell everybody. Got a minute and 10 seconds left. Snap. We're going to have trips to the right. We're going to have twins to the left with Johnson in the backfield by himself. Snap back. He acts like he's going to drop back and throw it deep downfield. And number 11 catches it, and he's tackled at the 30-yard line of the Blackcats for a long gain.
Bring up another first down with 51 seconds left on the clock.
Buffalo still has all 3 of their timeouts, I believe. They have the ball on the Blackcat 29-yard line. So we got some confusion here. The ball's going to – we had a penalty on the play. Timeout taken by Buffalo. I'm not really understanding why they took timeout because – the play was stopped.
Yeah, I don't.
The clock was stopped, so with 51 seconds left, the ball was brought back. It was going to be a holding.
Still 1st and 10.
We got some more confusion on the field. They're trying to figure out who took the timeout. Timeout was Buffalo. As they bring their offense over to the sideline, talk to the coaches.
We'll go to quick.
Not been too many penalties tonight, but that was one big one right there, Freddie.
Yeah, it was. Quick.
You're listening to Mexia Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Greer Time Media, Posey Napa Auto Part, Greer and Greer Mobile Detail, Mookie's Mesquite Patch Barbecue, Woodman Life Insurance, and Joe Fridays.
As we're back here at Blackcat Field, we got 51 seconds left. Blackcats leading 14-10. Buffalo is on the field on their own 31. Drop back to pass to be thrown out in the flat, and we got a couple of missed tackles, and the man's going to run up to about the 43-yard line, 44-yard line of Buffalo. So the clock continues to run down to 39 seconds. Buffalo takes a second timeout, leaves them with one timeout. They have the ball on the Buffalo Bison 43-yard line, 57 yards away from pay dirt.
Second and fourth.
Yes, bring up a second and fourth. So what Mexia needs to do is one more time of holding them. That'll be Buffalo's last time outs, as the Jacksonville Jaguars are leading the Tennessee Titans tonight 14-0 behind 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that was fast.
By Minshew, the rookie for the Jaguars.
That was fast.
As Buffalo continues to talk down here in their huddle, they have a 2nd and 4 with Mejia's defense coming back out on the field. We have 39 seconds left in a Blackcat JV football game. As Buffalo's crowd continues to get loud here, they're driving for a win. Have twins to the top, trips to the bottom here. Johnson's by himself once again. Snap back. He acts like he's going to throw it. He throws it down the middle, and the ball is knocked out of 34's hands. Good play by number 17, Molina, as he was trying to pull that ball away and end the game, Freddie.
So it brings up 3rd and 4th.
On the 43-yard line of Buffalo with 34 seconds left. It's a really good play by the Blackcat defense. As you know, they're going deep.
They're going deep. There's no doubt.
Either the running back's going or the quarterback's going to run it, or they're going to throw deep.
What they got? One timeout left.
One timeout left. They got twins to the top, trips to the bottom. Johnson's by himself. He drops back, and he's just going to run out to the left. No, he's going to take off, run up the middle, and he is sacked. Or he got back to the line of scrimmage, which that'll bring up a 4th down, and the last timeout by the Buffalo Bison. As Mexia has the hold on this 4th and 4, and they'll pick up a win right here, Freddie.
Yeah. 4th and 4. Score still remains 14-10 with 26 seconds left on the clock. Let's go home tonight and prepare for tomorrow.
Hopefully we'll be able to find somebody for the varsity.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, the game with Coldspring Oakhurst and Mexia has been canceled due to inclement weather down in the south. As most people know, the southern tip of Houston and over into Louisiana has just been hammered today by heavy rains and strong winds. So we got a lot of people that's been taken out of their homes and rescued, and lots that can't get to their homes. And so we can just please take a moment for them and just be glad that we're not getting hammered up here in Central Texas right now.
Yeah.
We do need rain, though. But some of those cities down there it was 37 inches in 24 hours that they had got.
Oh, yeah.
So we come back here with Buffalo 4th and 4. We have trips to the bottom, twins to the right, with Johnson in the backfield by himself. They motion in, and they're going to hand off, and he's going to drop back and throw down the middle of the field. It looks like it's going to be a Blackcat interception. No, through his hands, but we got a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. As we got 19 seconds left, and they're going to have a penalty on Buffalo, which Mexia will decline, and that will take over. Put Mexia has taken over 1st and 10 on the Buffalo 43. And all that'll take is 1-0, and that'll be ball game. Mexia JV is going to pull one off tonight against the Buffalo JV, 14-10. And as we had talked earlier, the game tomorrow night in Coldspring Oakhurst has been canceled for the varsity. They are looking for another team to play. They'll know more as the night continues and as the day comes tomorrow. And the Blackcats JV football team is going to pick up the win here as they'll run out and take and kneel, and that'll be the end of the game. Just want to shout out to our sponsors one more time: Mookie's Barbecue, Joe Fridays, Napa Auto Parts, Greer Time Media, Greer Time Mobile, Woodman Life, and soon Simpson Fireworks as our sponsors for the football games this year. We're going to wrap this up tonight, and thank y'all for joining us. It's the end of the night for another Blackcat JV game. We'll be live tomorrow night, hopefully. Enjoy your drive home, and we'll be back tomorrow. Good night from Blackcat Field.